Hi, this is Brian with ActiveMelody.com. Well, for this week's guitar lesson, I wanted to walk through 3 different scenarios that are common scenarios when starting a blues song, and also how to end a blues song. I go through that as well in this, but that's a common email that I get over and over again. How do you start these things? You know, I get caught in the jam track where it just keeps looping, but a lot of folks aren't sure how to start a song or how to end a song. So that's what we're going to be taking a look at. And we're going to look at 3 different styles. There's hundreds of them, but I kind of whittled down to three that are very common. We're going to look at an Elmore James style triplet intro. We're going to look at one where we start on the 5 chord. And then we're also going to look at one which is the classic blues walk down that you've heard a lot of times. Now what's cool about this lesson is I've created 3 mini little compositions really. So they have an intro, they have the body which is the lead part, and then they have an outro. And I wanted to do that so you have something fun to practice. I didn't want to create a jam track that's just intros. I thought that would just, you'd do that and then you'd probably forget about it. But if I could create something meaningful that you could kind of sit and play along with and have fun with, then it might stick in your head a little better. So that's what we're going to do. There's those 3 different styles. In this video we're going to take a look at 2 of them. If you'd like to watch the 3rd one and get access to the tablature for this and all of the jam tracks that are used for these little compositions, you can get that by going to ActiveMelody.com, go to the weekly lessons page and do a search for EP270. Alright, so I wanted to start off with a classic blues intro. You hear this all the time. I call this the walk down. And it can be used as an intro, it can be used as a turnaround, it can be used as a way to end a song. There's a lot of uses for this. And I'll give you a few different variations on it as well. But we're going to be playing this in the key of E, and it starts off like this. Right? Classic blues intro, and then it goes into the 5 chord, and then we go back to the 1 chord to start our lead. But let me show you how I'm playing this one, and then I'll give you some variations. So we're starting by sliding up to pattern 2 of the minor pentatonic scale for E. I'm going to slide up with my middle finger onto the 4th fret 3rd string. Index finger goes down on the 3rd fret 2nd string. And then we play the open 1 string. Now you can only do this if you're playing in the key of E. Obviously you get that open 1 string. But if you were playing in a different key, you could just go back and forth between strings 3 and 2. That would work as well. But let's take advantage of that open 1 string. Sounds cool. Now I'm picking on the 3rd string, plucking with my middle finger on the 2nd string, plucking with my ring finger on the 1st string. That's how I do it. You don't have to do that. You can flat pick all 3 strings, but I find it easier to hybrid pick this. Then you just walk it down. And then you come down to your E chord, right? Just going to do a hammer on there to the open 3rd string, hammer on to the 1st fret. So, and then you've got that turnaround chord, which is your B7 chord. Now to do that, I do a little walk up there. So you got the open 5th string, 1st fret, and then the 2nd fret on the 5th string. Now I play that with my middle finger so that I can go ahead and make the rest of the chord with the other fingers. And you can see how I'm doing that. It's just a B7 chord. But when I played it, I actually only played strings 5 and 2 like this. I think it sounds good, especially with some overdrive on your amp, to play those 2 notes. They're exactly an octave apart, and I just hear that a lot in songs. I think of Muddy Waters when I hear it. So that's the intro. And then we go into the lead part. Now for each of these intros, I've provided an intro, a lead part, or like the body, and then there's a little outro as well. And I did that just so that you have something entertaining. You can learn some lead stuff while you're doing this. So there's a lot of learning that's going to happen in this. But the lead starts like this. Now that sounds naked on its own. I'm going to play it along with a jam track so you can hear it. But let me show you how to play it first. And then we'll play along with the jam track to put it in context. So it starts here in pattern 4 of the minor pentatonic scale for the key of E, minor pentatonic scale E. And by the way, I go through all 5 patterns in the blues lead course. So we're in pattern 4 right now, and I'm playing on the 9th fret 3rd string, and then I come up to the 8th fret 2nd string, and then I go back to the 9th fret 3rd string. And then I played, that's the 9th fret 3rd string, 8th fret 2nd string, 10th fret 2nd string, And then we're going to do 2 full bends. And then vibrato at the top of the bend. Now that's not easy to do, I realize that. If you can't do that, you can always use a tremolo if you've got one of those, or you can just hold the note. That works as well. And the reason I do that is I'm trying to sound like Albert King when I do it. But then there's one other part that goes, another Albert King style. So that's the 9th fret 3rd string again, and then back to that 8th fret 2nd string. And this time we're just going to give it some vibrato and even push it a little bit sharp. Now let's back up and play that along with the jam track so that we can hear it in context. So here we go. 2, 3, 4, 1. That's the next thing we're going to learn. Now we're back down to pattern 1 of the minor pentatonic scale, and I'm sliding, I'm on the 2nd fret 3rd string, sliding up to the 4th fret, and then I hit the open 1 string. I got that lick from Jimmy Vaughn. Slide back to the 2nd fret, open 3rd string, 2nd fret 4th string, and then a little hammer-on, pull-off, trill kind of thing on the, that'd be the open 3rd string to the 1st fret. And then you can hit that open 1 string as well. You don't have to, that's optional. So you got... And then the song goes to the 5 chord, which is a B7 chord. And I was just visualizing the chord right here, just the B bar chord. And I play these notes out of the chord. So that's sliding up to the 8th fret 3rd string, and then 7th fret 2nd string, and then I do a hammer on to the 9th fret 2nd string. And then it goes down to the A, so you just walk that down 2 frets, and you can do the same thing over the A. And that's basically what I did. And then a little tag there which goes from the 3rd fret 3rd string, do a quick slide down to the 2nd fret 3rd string, open 3rd string, and then back down to the 2nd fret 4th string. And that's the tag. Alright, so let's back up and put all of that in context from the beginning. So here we go. Okay, that's where we got to, and that's where the song stopped. And then to end it, I went. That lick, it was a little sloppy. Love that ending. So what we're doing is we're starting here in pattern 2 of the minor pentatonic scale for E. We're sliding all the way up from the 5th fret to the 7th fret. So slide. Now I could have bent that, I guess, but I thought it sounded better to just slide it. So you got options there. Then I come down to the 3rd fret 1st string, 5th fret 2nd string, so we have, and then you do a quick slide on the 4th fret 3rd string down to the 2nd fret 3rd string. So you have open 3rd string, 2nd fret 4th string, and then a hammer on, open 3rd string to the 1st fret. Then you come up and you hit your last 2 chords, a little 2-hit ending. And there's different ways you can end it. You can end it on a 1 chord, or you can do a 3-hit ending. But the most common is the... So what we're doing is we're playing an E9 chord. You've got these 3 fingers are making a D7 chord shape, like you make a D7 in first position. You take it up here though, so that your middle finger is on the 7th fret 5th string, and then your pinky goes down on the 7th fret 2nd string. You play your middle 4 strings, 5, 4, 3, and 2. But you start everything down a half step or down a fret, and then you can slide into it. It's a great way to end a song. Or you can start above. Either way, it works both ways. So, alright, so let me back up and play through all of this walk down intro little composition, and then we'll move on to the next one. Here we go. 3, 4, 1.